Have you ever felt a little lost on your professional path? Wondering how to navigate challenges, develop new skills, or simply understand where you're headed next? Perhaps you're a leader stepping into a supervisory role for the first time, unsure how to truly guide and empower your team. In any professional journey, having a clear map and a reliable guide can make all the difference. Today, we're going to explore the fundamentals of effective supervision, not as a rigid rulebook, but as a dynamic process that fosters growth, ensures quality, and ultimately helps everyone thrive. It's about more than just managing tasks. It's about nurturing potential. Supervision, at its heart, is a structured conversation and a supportive relationship. It's a dedicated space designed to enhance skills, address obstacles, and uphold the highest professional standards. Think of it as a personal GPS for your career, helping you pinpoint your destination, choose the best route, and recalibrate when you encounter detours. Our goal today is to demystify supervision, providing you with a clear framework for planning your path, whether you're seeking guidance or preparing to offer it. So, where do we begin this journey? The foundation of effective supervision lies in several key practices. The first, and arguably most crucial, is goal setting and expectation management. Imagine trying to build a house without blueprints. That's what professional development without clear goals can feel like. This stage involves setting what we call SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to get better at communication," a SMART goal might be, "By the end of the next quarter, I will lead 3 team meetings, incorporating active listening techniques, and solicit feedback on my presentation clarity." Beyond the goals themselves, it's vital to clarify expectations for both the supervisor and the supervisee. What's expected in terms of preparation for meetings? How will participation be structured? What are the boundaries of professional conduct? And critically, what exactly is the supervisor's role in support, evaluation, and guidance? Laying these groundwork rules prevents misunderstandings and builds trust from the outset. Next, we move to effective communication and feedback. This isn't just about talking, it's about genuine connection. It involves clearly articulating those goals we just discussed, but equally important is active listening, truly hearing and understanding what the other person is saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Constructive feedback is another cornerstone. It's not about criticism, but about offering observations and suggestions that help someone grow. And remember, feedback should be a two-way street, encouraging self-reflection from the supervisee. This open dialogue builds a shared understanding and strengthens the collaborative spirit. Which brings us to developing the supervisory relationship itself. This isn't merely a transactional exchange. It's a professional partnership built on support, trust, and mutual respect. Just like a gardener tending to different plants, a supervisor needs to customize their approach. What works for a novice professional will be different from what suits an experienced expert. Understanding and aligning with the supervisee's developmental level, unique needs, and personal aspirations is key to making this relationship truly flourish. A primary purpose of supervision is professional development and skill enhancement. This is where the magic happens. It's an active focus on sharing knowledge, refining existing skills, and addressing any areas of weakness. Think of it as a coach helping an athlete hone their technique. Through coaching, mentoring, and facilitating continuous learning, supervision actively expands expertise and helps individuals reach their full potential.
Crucially, all these practices must operate within a framework of ethical and legal considerations. Upholding ethical practice isn't optional, it's fundamental. This involves understanding professional guidelines, clarifying roles and responsibilities, maintaining strict confidentiality, and effectively managing boundaries. These guardrails protect everyone involved and ensure integrity in the process. Effective supervisors are also masters of planning, organization, and delegation. This means creating structured supervision plans with realistic timelines, specific methods for interaction, and clear evaluation procedures. It also involves prioritizing tasks and, where appropriate, delegating responsibilities to empower supervisees and develop their autonomy. Self-reflection and self-care are often overlooked but are incredibly vital. Supervisors should actively encourage supervisees to reflect on their work, acknowledge their strengths, and candidly examine challenges. Just as importantly, supervisors must model and promote self-care. In demanding roles, preventing burnout is not a luxury, it's a necessity for sustained effectiveness and well-being. In today's interconnected world, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, are non-negotiable. Supervisors are expected to cultivate an awareness of a diverse workforce, model inclusive behaviors, and genuinely respect cultural differences. It also involves encouraging reflection on how cultural influences impact professional practice, fostering an environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Inevitably, challenges will arise, which brings us to problem solving and decision making. Supervision provides a safe space to identify problems, brainstorm creative solutions, and collaboratively make sound decisions. It's about building the capacity to navigate complexity. Finally, performance management and evaluation is an integral part. This involves tracking productivity, monitoring progress against those SMART goals, conducting regular evaluations, and constructively addressing any areas of underperformance. The goal isn't to punish, but to course correct and support improvement. Now, you might wonder why these basics are receiving so much renewed attention. The truth is, the landscape of work is changing rapidly. We're seeing an increased emphasis on employee well-being and mental health. Organizations recognize that good supervision is critical in identifying stress and fostering a healthy environment. The growing complexity of work environments, with remote, hybrid, and globally distributed teams, demands more adaptive supervisory practices to maintain connection and productivity. Plus, there's a heightened demand for accountability and ethical practice, making robust supervision essential for regulated industries. Furthermore, in competitive labor markets, talent development and retention are paramount. Effective supervisors are key to nurturing growth, providing opportunities, and boosting job satisfaction. And with the deep integration of DEI principles, supervisors are increasingly tasked with building truly inclusive workplaces, making DEI a core component of modern supervisory training. All these factors underscore supervision as a critical leadership competency. Of course, it's not all straightforward. There are real complexities and debates in the world of supervision. One significant area of tension is between the managerial and clinical or developmental roles. When a line manager is also a clinical supervisor, it can create a tricky dynamic, potentially pitting performance monitoring against the need for purely developmental support. Another widespread issue is the lack of adequate supervisor training and support. Many individuals step into supervisory roles without formal preparation, leading to inconsistent practices or a lack of flexibility. We can't expect people to be expert guides if they haven't been given the right tools. Time and resource constraints are also perennial challenges. In busy environments with heavy workloads, supervision can easily be deprioritized or neglected due to a lack of protected time. This often stems from a misunderstanding of the purpose and value of supervision itself, where it's sometimes seen as mere surveillance rather than a vital developmental process. The quality and fit of the supervisory relationship are crucial, yet establishing and maintaining a strong, trusting bond can be difficult. It's not always easy to find the right match. Then there's the challenge of managing underperformance and providing constructive criticism, which many supervisors struggle with, often fearing lack of support or career repercussions. Finally, ethical dilemmas and boundary issues are ever present. Conflicts can arise when professional guidelines clash with agency policies, or when concerns like supervisor incompetence, personal problems affecting judgment, dual relationships, or confidentiality breaches surface. These are serious matters that require careful navigation. So, what does the future hold for supervision? We can expect continuous evolution. There will likely be an increased integration of technology with virtual platforms, AI-powered tools for feedback, and personalized learning paths becoming more common, enhancing efficiency and accessibility. We'll also see a greater emphasis on specialized and formalized training for supervisors, recognizing it as a distinct professional competency rather than just an informal appointment. Intercultural competence and DEI will be even more deeply integrated, fostering truly inclusive environments across diverse global workforces. Supervision models themselves will become more adaptive and agile, focusing on continuous learning and responsiveness to rapid change in industries and job roles. And we'll see more blended approaches, combining traditional in-person, virtual synchronous, and asynchronous methods for maximum flexibility. Ultimately, supervision will increasingly adopt a coaching and mentoring paradigm, empowering supervisees to take greater ownership of their development and problem solving. This moves beyond a purely directive approach, fostering greater autonomy and resilience. Planning your path in supervision, whether you're supervising or being supervised, isn't just about following rules. It's about investing in growth, ensuring quality, and building stronger, more effective professional relationships. By understanding these foundational concepts, you're not just navigating your journey, you're actively shaping a future where everyone can thrive. Thank you for joining me today.